A 6-year-old boy was dragged into the woods by a child-hunting wolf in front of his horrified mum in the Netherlands, according to the Sun newspaper in England. Their report states that the child was walking with their parents and younger sibling when they were approached by what they took to be a friendly dog. It wasn't. The wolf jumped on the child and dragged him into the woods. The mother decided that it was no longer safe for her children to play with it, and luckily nearby hikers were able to intervene and beat the wolf with sticks until it released the boy, who suffered bite wounds that required stitching. It's reported that a rogue wolf called Bram, or GW323M, was responsible for the attack, and is currently under a death sentence for other attacks. So far, it's eluded capture. The newspaper uses this to disseminate their take on the dangers of increasing wolf populations. The story here is in fact true, and the suspected animal is exhibiting abnormal behaviour. But it's the newspaper's coverage that I'm here to tell you about, because it exemplifies how easy it is to present facts and emotive language together to stimulate reader bias. The paper claims that wild wolves have made Europe unsafe for travel. Their first example is the discovery of the remains of a 2-year-old boy in a ravine in France with a bite mark on his skull. The article cites this as evidence that the wolf-ridden countryside of Europe is no longer safe for recreation of any kind. If we take a look at the report in question, though, the only mention of animals is possible scavenging after the time of death. The cause was given as possible homicide or an accidental fall. There's no hunting of people to be found here. Another reference to the increasing attacks is made by them to a video of a wolf actually attacking a child in Russia. And it's a real video, and this event did happen. But if we look at the coverage of this event by the same newspaper, we find that the attack was by a captive animal that was being posed with tourists for money, where it tried to play with the child, which, when you've got a captive wolf, is not a good idea. Tame wolves are not the same as wild ones. They aren't so afraid of people and need careful handling. Many countries have strict regulations or even ban ownership outright, so again, this has nothing to do with wild wolves being a danger, and has no valid place in the argument. Ultimately, it's typically a biased tabloid story aimed at invoking emotion rather than giving any real useful facts. As Europe's countries adopt different management plans for their respective wolf populations, it's becoming an increasingly divisive topic, which the media are often taking full advantage of. Is there a chance that a wolf will attack you in the woods? Yes. Should we take action to protect people? I think so, but we need to consider it in context with the other dangers that wild spaces present: falling tree branches, cliffs, disease, flooding, storms, other predators, and yes, even other people. My advice is this: don't let your child play with a random dog in the woods, even if you're certain it's not a wolf. Is that too much to ask? But the argument of how much of a threat wolves pose is not just confined to articles. Most recently, Extinction Rebellion in the Netherlands staged a protest in aid of protecting the wolf, which I have mixed feelings about. Letting Bram roam free might just send the message that wolves are more important than people's safety, which not everyone is going to agree with. Until countries adopt a scientifically based action plan with sufficient funding to mitigate conflicts between wolves and humans, and maybe ensure the protection of both to the best of their abilities, I have no doubt we're going to see not only increased conflict between wolves or other large predators and humans, but also between ourselves as the political divide strengthens.